What's happening, guys? We're back and we're gonna try to get that nose cone mounted up today. Alright, so we're back in the shop today. I don't have a whole lot of time to work today. Seems like it's every week, but it was Father's Day on Sunday, so I basically spent the entire weekend hanging out with family. My father-in-law was in town from Saskatchewan, so I had to spend some time with him. So we don't have a pile of time to work on the car. I do have about 3 hours, and I think that'll be enough to get the nose cone mounted up. I went out and bought some of these little riv nuts. They're like they're a rivet, but then there's a nut on the inside of it. So it'll allow us to just punch threaded holes into stuff. And then I picked up some little M4 Allen head hardware. So I think that's what we'll use to mount up the nose cone. I think our plan of attack is we're just gonna get some of this. I got some of this. This is just 16 gauge sheet metal that's been sheared 1 inch wide. So we'll cut a strip of this off, weld it to the top of the chassis, punch some holes in it, stick some rib nuts in it, and then drill the kind of corresponding holes into the fiberglass, and then just bolt it solid onto there. We're obviously gonna have to put a couple more tabs on. We're gonna have to put some mounts on the bottom and whatnot, but at least if we can get kind of 6 bolts holding it on, it'll be solid on there. We won't have to risk it falling off while we're working on the car, and yeah, it'll be easy to pop on and off. So, first step, we'll clean up the chassis. We'll cut a couple strips off of here, punch some holes in it, and then stick it on the car. All right, we got our little plates cut and punched a couple holes in them. They're not drilled out to size yet for the rib nuts. We'll do that after we drill the holes in the cowling, or the nose cone. It's not a cowling. So these will get welded on, kind of right like, well, I guess you guys can't see that. Welded on right like this, right on the edge, and then we'll tack them on, we'll throw the nose cone on, and then just mark out our holes for bolts from the inside, and then we'll drill these out to final dimension. So yeah, we'll tack them up. So now that we got the holes in the nose cone, we can drill these guys out to the proper hole size for those rib nuts. We only drilled out to 4 mil, which is the size of the hardware. So now we gotta drill it out to 6.8 mils, which is, I can't remember what it is in Imperial, but it's the only drill bit in my set that's broken. So I sharpened it on the angle grinder and it doesn't look good, but hopefully it'll be good enough to drill these holes. So fingers crossed. So these are the little rib, I guess you guys probably can't see that. These are the little rib nut deals that we're gonna use. This is our Princess Auto $60 rib gun. So basically you just thread this guy onto there, and then when you, I'll leave it loose, when you crank on these handles, it actually pulls that, that rivet in, just like a rivet, and then it should expand, and then we can unthread it out and we'll just have a threaded hole. So those are drilled out to final size. Let's pop some rib nuts in them. All right, it's not perfect. I gotta do a little bit of fine tuning on some of the angles of those nutserts, as well as I might drill out these holes just a little bit more to give me a little bit of playroom on them. But I'm gonna call it good enough for now. I'm pretty pumped. I can actually mount some on my body without a bunch of clamps holding it together, and I don't fear it falling off. So the nutserts work great. The whole process was pretty simple. I do need to get some better drill bits, but that's a problem for later. So that's all we have time for. That's actually way more than we had time for. But we're gonna call it an episode there, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit the like and subscribe button. Go check us out on Instagram, Left Foot First Media, and we'll see you next week. I'm out of here.